Welcome! In today's video I'm going to show you how to properly do the oil change using oil extractor. Let's go! Before we're gonna continue this video, please subscribe to the channel, as there is gonna be more stuff and on this car, on the BMW or on the Porsche. So there's a lot of things gonna happen after New Year, I promise. Stay tuned. If you've seen my previous video, I didn't do it the proper way. The main thing is that I was doing it in the freezing weather and the oil wasn't warm enough. So number one thing you have to do is warm up your engine and just dry for a bit. First, I was worried that the tubes would not hold up to the temperature of the oil, but I've been using this tool for about 3 years, and as you can see, the tube is still okay, and I'm using it for all the oil changes that I'm doing with all the projects. So let's do this one right now. First of all, we need to take the cover off, which is really easy, just 4 spots, and it's taken off really easy from here. Out of the way. Now, over here in the Touareg, you will have this nipple, I don't know, call it whatever you want. I actually found a dipstick from the Q7 and it fits, but it's a little bit longer than it needs to be, or I don't know what's the deal, but this is from Q7, it fits, but it shows oil as too much. Let's put it back before I make a mess. So now as the oil dipstick is out, and if you want to have the same one in your Touareg, I will put the links in the description below for everything that I'm using today, including this awesome light that I just got for the engine, and it's actually awesome specifically in the dark garage like I have. So now that the engine is warm, we just need to feed the tube from the extractor right down here and suck the air or the oil out of the engine in that way. So let's do that. So here is how you prepare the tool to be used. I have this in this loop over here, but this way, this is where you stick your tube that will go into the engine. And this is the pump that goes on top, and that's when you suck the air out of it and pull the oil out of the engine. So now, as I did this whole thing of tubing, and I can actually feed it inside the engine, right there. And just put it all the way down until it's no longer has a place to go. Okay, as you can see, it does not go any further, so we're gonna leave it in that position. Now, all is left to do is just pump. Now, as I set the extractor on the trash can, because I didn't have enough space to put it on top, I can suck the oil out of it. And as you can see, it flows very nicely right now. So while the extractor is doing its thing, pulling the oil out, we can work on the filter. And to remove the filter, you need 32mm socket. As I loosened the housing, it's good to hide some towel behind oil housing. All this tubing is not really that easy. And make it work. Okay. It's good to go. Now, as I can make some bag, or I prefer actually some food containers, but I don't have them right now, so this would have to do. Oops, good thing I put the towels over there. The oil is really leaking right now. Right, and put it in the towel, and it makes it easier to remove. So done. Now we need to replace this O O-ring, which comes with a new filter. So here I'm using the OEM filter this time. Previously I've used MAN filter and it worked perfectly fine. So just simple, stick it inside and done. Some people say that you should put it first in the engine and then screw the top. Really doesn't matter. This piece has its housing, like the way it goes inside, and it will stay in its design position. Doesn't matter which way you put it. But I'm doing this way. And I'm using this pick to remove the old O-ring. It probably was a better idea to do it before I put the new filter, but doesn't matter. Okay, so this part is done. It's easy. Now don't forget to keep an eye on your extractor because it loses pressure with every pull of the oil, so you just need to pump it from time to time. So now, as with the new filter, it's time to put it back the way it was. Just I think it's better to remove the towels so it will not go inside, and first you can hand screw it back into its place and tighten it with the ratchet. Okay. I don't really know the exact specifications to which torque it's supposed to be, but it's supposed to be hand tightened, and if this gap between the cover and the housing is gonna close, it will not allow me to go any further, like right now. It's done. Also, don't be like me. I forgot to lubricate the O-ring, so now I unscrew this thing and have some oil on my finger and lubricating the whole thing. You're supposed to do this step before you put the filter on, but I forgot. Well, you might say, why would I do that? Why wouldn't I just go to a local mechanic or a oil change station and do the oil change over there? Sure, you can do that. I did it once. It was okay. They drained the oil. It was fine and charged me $40 for that. Then I came again to do the oil change, assuming it's going to be the same price, but no. This time they told me, like, they looked in the car, they said, like, oh, there is the cover over there is too big. It takes too much time, so they have to charge me $80. $80, like, hell no, dude, I'm not doing that. And this extractor cost me $65, so it just paid for itself. Well, you do the math. I'm better doing it myself and saving $80 for some other stuff. So the only downside of this tool is that it's small, and as right now it's almost filled up. I didn't do it to the top, and I need to stop the process, like pull the tube a little bit up, so when you pump, you can hear the air sucking in, so there is no more oil in the line, and I need to move this into an empty container. And right here I always store empty containers from wind washing fluids or old oil. So now I just need to transfer it into this container and continue on with the sucking out oil process. And this is the thing that goes over here instead of the tube. And now we can continue on with removing more oil. And while you're waiting, you can take the brush and just clean up the engine. which is exactly what I'm doing. When you're going to hear that there is no more oil left, like this, sounds like all the oil is out, and it actually didn't took that much time. About 15 minutes or so. I actually have a timer, so I'll let you know. Now, as this is done, we can pull the end out, but I actually need to have a paper towel to clean it out before I'm going to put it away. Okay. And to clean the inside, what I'm doing, using black brake cleaner and just doing this like that. And you can see right now the tube is clean. Now the time come to fill in the oil, and I'm actually using not what's on the menu, not what was required by Volkswagen, but it's actually doing a better job than the OEM, because the car right now has 130,000 miles. All the oil changes on this car is like every 10,000 miles, and every time before I do the oil change, the oil would leak between the transmission and the engine. So I tried this oil and the leak was gone. So I guess it's a tip. And now I'm changing the oil every 7,000 miles just to be on the safe side. And the engine does take 9 quarts of oil. Be sure to get 2 huge jars of oil for your car. Before you're gonna charge me for not using the proper oil, and type in the comments how horrible it is from my side. The engine requires full synthetic oil, and this is exactly what it is. So over here I'm checking, and it shows that I have over a quarter in the inside, so I'm just gonna fill a little bit more and start the engine after this. Let it warm up and see how much oil I need to add after that. Okay, so now I'm gonna start from here, put the You're perfect, right on the line. So now we need to reset the service interval. So just press reset. Done. And I'm no longer going to have a service on the dashboard. So this is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and this was helpful to you. If it was, remember to put a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Also, let me know how I did, what I didn't do well, what I should have done better. And I got a new mic, so let me know if that worked better than whatever I did previously. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day.